Now, All Elite member Okada. Not only is he officially All Elite, but he has joined the Elite, the Young Bucks. So here's what went down. The Bucks came out, and first and foremost, they mocked Tony Khan tonight by making an announcement that they're going to be making an announcement later on in the ring. The announcements that we got is one, they have suspended indefinitely Hangman Adam Page from the Elite for attacking two officials at AEW Revolution. And then Kenny Omega has been fired from the Elite for not making his days. They completely just did not talk about the disease that he has, that he's been dealing with. So that's, neither here nor there, clearly. And Eddie Kingston comes out. And Eddie Kingston gets in the face of the Bucks. Of course, he's outnumbered. And then we hear the coin drop. Bam! Okada comes out. He gets out there. He grabs Eddie Kingston. Almost looks like he's holding him back for a second, like he's going to be helping out Eddie Kingston. But instead, hits him with a Rainmaker, shakes hands with the Young Bucks. And my friends, he has now joined the Elite, and we have heel Okada in AEW. Reg, start wherever the hell you want with this.
Wow. Potentially the best Japanese wrestler in the entire world debuted officially in AEW tonight. A great angle to get him in. I thought the Young Bucks first doing the thing with Tony Khan. Hey, we got a big announcement. We actually got two big announcements coming up. Watch the show later. I thought Nick Jackson getting mad at Sting and Darby saying that they cheated. This is a scam, a scavenger. They had their kids. He had his kids who's 6'8" and 305 pounds come in there and beat him up. All really great work. Then Matt Jackson getting into the suspension and the firing of Kenny Omega. Great work. Eddie Kingston coming down and throwing the money in Nick Jackson's face, saying he's going to get fined regardless. Great work. But the meat and bones of this here, Okada came down, faked out Eddie Kingston, hit him with the Rainmaker, and heel Okada is here. People are very excited about heel Okada, Denise. I think because coming into this, it's like, we all know who Okada is. He probably was going to get cheered off rip because it's Okada, and we know how great of a wrestler he is. But for them to kind of spin the block and be like, actually, he's a heel. And it also makes so much sense if you know the history of this. I mean, the story coming in Okada getting signed was, well, he's really good friends with the Young Bucks. So it's kind of like he got an in here. Like that kind of was the catalyst for him signing over here. Why wouldn't he be with them? Telling the story of all that. But the best part about this is they fired Kenny Omega. Okada's taking a spot. Does that mean, we already mentioned it in the chat, Kenny Omega versus Okada on American soil or somewhere in this kind of AEW pay-per-view universe, all in Wembley? Okada and Omega at Wembley and All In is like indescribable how insane that would be. But this is a big deal, Denise. Just like we saw Will Ospreay become a main event TV style wrestler, we're about to see that with Okada. I don't know anything. I don't have any idea what an American wrestling weekly basis Okada's going to look like, but that's what got me so excited about it. I was thinking about it in the Will Ospreay match. It's like, how do you go about, because people were probably like, oh, he signed with an American company. It's more dates. You're on the road every week. Maybe his style's not going to be as nuts. Will Ospreay said, no, fuck all that. I'm going to be just as wild as you've ever seen me. Like, is Okada going to be that way? Or is he going to be like he's been in America and like, yo, I'm coming here to surf with my homeboy Shinsuke. And, I'm going to have a good chill time. I'm not mad either way. Either way, we are all the way up. But this is big news. The picture of them at the top of the ramp, him hitting his pose. Amazing. I love this angle.
Yeah, I'm excited for it because it's something new. It's something new. It's been such a long time since we've seen heel Okada. And on top of that, remember when we were sitting here for a good period of time and we were doing our little AEW Dynamite reviews like we are right now. But do you remember that there was a time where we were like, where the hell are the Young Bucks? We haven't seen them. They're the E in Elite in AEW, yet there are no interesting stories for the Young Bucks. Nothing is really going on with them. It felt like there was a big piece of AEW's identity, their core DNA, missing from the programming. And now, with this incorporation of Okada and these new EVP characters as Matthew and Nicholas, I truly feel like we're finally getting something that is going to be entertaining to watch. And it might not be what a lot of people expected. I'm sure this is not what people expected. I wouldn't be surprised if there's people on social media trashing the fact that AEW brought in Okada and have him with the Young Bucks. Like, I'm pretty sure there's going to be people that are pissed at that.
Totally.
That's just the way that social media is. But my perspective on this is, it's different. And you're right. You touched on something very important, and that was that they do have this close relationship with the Young Bucks. Obviously, that is known. And so now you get to play off of that. The other thing, and then obviously, the whole thing being that we might be seeing Kenny Omega versus Okada again. But here's the other thing. I thought it was really funny that they got rid of Hangman Page and Kenny Omega, obviously two really big stars, right? But they were like, oh, don't worry. Here's even as big of a star, maybe even bigger, however you guys want to see that, coming in and joining this group. So this is the new life that AEW needed on the show.
Yeah, totally. And the Young Bucks announced that they're going to be in the tag team championships. They're going to be in the tag team tournament. They need to get right back to that, Denise. That's what we were talking about. I want to see the Young Bucks being the Young Bucks, having these amazing matches. But this is telling an even better story, having Okada attached to them. People have been saying in the chat, they announced that on Collision, they're going to be in action. Okada and the Young Bucks, the EVPs, and the new assignee. So we get to see Okada up close and personal right there in this week. So it's on, Denise.
I have a question. Do you think, because obviously, let's not forget Eddie Kingston was part of this. Eddie Kingston's going to want some revenge.
Definitely.
Eddie Kingston, Okada, AEW Continental, or what the hell are they calling it? Why do I always forget the name of this freaking 3 trios bouts that they do?
The Triple Crown. You could just call it Triple Crown.
Call it AEW Triple Crown, all right? Because I always forget the official name. Whatever. Do you think this is happening? Do you think Okada's going to win some gold right away?
Okada did point to Eddie Kingston, say that he wants that belt, the Continental Championship. Yeah, Denise. Okada, earlier today, Fightful tweeted, who should Roderick Strong lose the international championship to? And I tweeted, I would have had Will Ospreay beat him tonight for that belt on Dynamite, because that's the kind of establishment. I'm like, this is the best wrestler in the world. We've seen it. We just saw it on the pay-per-view, and we just saw it again. Who's better than this guy? He needs to be champion. Okada's the same way. He can't be in this company for more than a fucking month without being the champion, because that's Okada, and we need to all know. And sorry, Eddie Kingston, your championships, I think, is the one he's going to take. Hopefully at Supercard of Honor. I don't know. I'm just being selfish with that one.
I mean, look, honestly, yeah, I just think that Okada needs to win. I'm sorry. That's where I'm at with this. That's how I'm feeling. I feel like, I know that everybody, Eddie Kingston's been doing a great job. He's been doing a great job as champion. He did a great job in the Continental Classic. Has been doing a great job defending the titles. Great. But like I said, there's a new life being injected into AEW. And I think that Okada going into this feud with Eddie Kingston right away, you're going to get some good matches, some great matches, some nice hard-hitting matches. And I think Eddie Kingston would not mind losing those belts to freaking Okada of all people.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Denise. If any way to lose those championships, especially after the run he's had, this actually tells a really good story. He had the stuff with Akiyama. He had the stuff with Bryan Danielson. He earned Bryan Danielson respect. The next step after Bryan Danielson started the year with that amazing match against Okada is like, well, if I earn the respect of Bryan, I'm going to earn the respect of Okada, who came in and disrespected me. But Okada's definitely going to Rainmaker his head off and take those championships. But it's going to be a great way to go down.
So I'm going to ask a stupid question. Now, I know some people are going to be like, how is that question stupid? Or maybe it is stupid, but it's stupid because there's an easy answer. Obviously, besides Kenny Omega and Eddie Kingston, now that Okada is officially part of the AEW roster, who are the people you want to see Okada face? And it's a stupid question because you want to know what the answer is, Reg? The answer is everybody.
All of them. Anybody. From the bottom to the top. Nick Camarado, bring him out. I want to see that. I don't care. Bring them all out. Every single person in the world. I can name Samoa Joe. It's going to be amazing. Swerve. Hangman. That's a great match. Dante Martin. Vikingo. I can go down the list of legit any wrestler here, and it's amazing.
Yo. You know what? This is it. This is the moment where Tony Khan just needs to put everybody's little names up on a Post-it, throw a little dart. Bam, wherever it lands on. Enjoyed that
it.
clip that you just saw. That was a clip from my podcast, Speak Now Pro Wrestling. You can go ahead and watch the entire episode by checking out the links in the description box. Until next time, I'm Denise Salcedo, and please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Catch you on the next one.